students, this is my third introductory lecture of adjectives and the name of the topic is degrees of comparison. Very important topic, so stay tuned here. See what I have mentioned here, degrees of comparison. What is degrees of comparison? That is the subject matter. We have to understand it very carefully. See, adjectives of quality, probably you know adjective of quality in the sense of descriptive adjective. So adjectives of quality can be of three forms, right? First one positive, second one comparative, and the third thing is superlative. Try to understand through the examples. Suppose if I write Keshav is rich, okay? So here the adjective is rich, all right? Okay, so rich, right? Here I have written rich. See the form only. Now, so this rich is the positive degree. I will tell you later what are the positive degrees, comparative degrees and superlative degree. Just try to identify the form of the adjective first. See, Rajan is richer than Keshav, right? So here rich is not used. Here I have used richer, and richer is known as the comparative degree of rich, right? And in the third sentence, Arpit is the richest of all, and richest is the superlative degree of rich. Now see, our basic adjective is rich here, but in different sentences, different usage wise, I have used this rich, richer and richest. So try to understand it that the positive degree is used when no comparison is required. Okay, see this sentence, Keshav is rich. So here the noun is Keshav, and Keshav's this quality of being rich is not compared with anyone. So here how many persons are involved? Here only single person is involved, and that is Keshav. So this rich will be known as the positive degree. Now see, the next rule is the comparative degree is used when two things or sets of things are compared. See the sentence, Rajan is richer than Keshav. So how many persons are there? First person, first here, it is the first person here, Rajan, and again I have used another one, that person is Keshav. So how many persons are there? How many nouns are there? Here two nouns are slated down. So you must know that when two persons are compared, the person cannot be compared. Their quality is compared. What is the quality? Being rich. So rich is the quality. But as because I have made a comparison here between the qualities of being rich of two persons, so I have used richer here, right? And see the third example, Arpit is the richest of all. So it is called the superlative form of rich. So the superlative degree is used when more than two things or sets of things are compared. That is very important to understand. See, Arpit is the richest of all. As because I have mentioned all here, now tell me how many persons are there? Is there only single person? No, not at all. All is mentioned. Are there two persons? No, again not. So how many persons are involved here? Here more than two persons or things or sets of things are compared. And that is why I have to use the superlative form of rich in the particular sentence. Again I have noted, see some example. First one, mangoes are sweet. So again, mangoes are sweet. So here being sweet or mango sweetness is not compared with the other fruit sweetness, right? And that is why this is called the positive degree, because only mango, only single fruit is involved in the sentence. Second is mangoes are sweeter than apples. So see, mangoes are also sweet, okay, as well as apples are sweet, right? So again I have to understand that sweet is the quality of mangoes and the other apples as well. So as because two nouns are involved, so I have used the comparative form, the comparative degree. But if I write the mango is the sweetest fruit or sweetest of all fruits, so how many fruits are involved? It is obviously not the single fruit. It is not the two fruits. It can be more than two fruits or a sets of fruits, right? So that is the case of superlative degree. Clear? So students, I think degrees of comparison, this portion is very clear to you. Now I will let you know how to form the degrees, means how to uses of how to use the degrees from different words to the other words, means how this should be used in particular sentences and how we can form positive degree, comparative degree and superlative degree. Okay, so let's get started again. Okay student, now you will know about formation of comparative and superlative degree. I mean to say how one individual can convert the positive degrees into comparative and superlative degree. Okay, see the examples I have written. Number one, if you find any adjective and that is of one syllable. Okay, so if any small word or one syllabic word is there, right? So see the example here. I have written tall, okay, in the form of like long, short, sweet, small, kind, great, fair, etc., etc., right? So when you find these adjectives, so we have to use er and est while forming into comparative and superlative degree. Okay, suppose if you find tall, so tall would be taller and tallest. This is a general rule actually. When you add er and est, it becomes comparative and superlative degree. In the same way, you can do for these words also, means these words will also follow the same rule. Like long would be longer and longest, short would be shorter and shortest, sweet would be sweeter, sweetest, small will be smaller and smallest. Okay, so I have written some words in the bracket. Okay, so these words will also follow the same rule of using er and est while forming comparative degree and superlative degree, right? Okay, now my second rule, that suppose see this adjective, what is written? Large. In the same way, you can see some adjectives are written here like fine, wise, noble, able, white, etc. Right? Try to understand that all the words have the last letter vowel. Like large is the vowel, is the vowel, here e, generally e is found over there, right? And just before it, we have found one consonant. Here you can see consonant, 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 consonant and consonant as well. Okay, so there are some one syllabic adjectives, right? So you can find the last letter vowel and just before the last letter you will see consonant is there. So the rule says that we have to use only r and st to make comparative and superlative. Very simple. See here large is there, so the last letter is e. What you have to do, you have to simple add r. So large would be larger and just used st for with this particular word. So large, again add st, so it becomes largest. Clear? So this is the second rule of forming comparative and superlative degree. Now rule number 3, see, double consonant, sorry, it's not clear actually. Double consonant plus er and est. What is the rule? Again, there are some one syllabic words. See the structure. VIGB I have written. This in the same way I have mentioned some other adjectives also like fat, hot, sad, glad, slim, red, mad, etc. Try to understand that the last letter is a consonant. And here the last letter was vowel. And here the last letter is what? Consonant. And just before the consonant we have a vowel. Right? This, see here. Fat, F-A-T, fat, T is the consonant and A is the vowel. So these words also follow the same structure, the same formation. So when you see that the last letter of a one syllabic adjective is consonant and just before it you find one vowel, so always we have to use double consonant. So what is the consonant? G. So G would be doubled. So bigger, you should use EREST, but keep this words in your mind that you have to make the last letter double, the last consonant letter to be doubled. Like big would be bigger, so biggest, again double G. In the same way, if you see fat, FAT fat, suppose FAT fat, right? So again T is there, so it would be double, so it would be FATT, ER fatter, and if you write fattest, so double T, EST fattest. So in this way, you can form the adjectives, right? Next rule, very important. When you find I, okay, suppose I want to change the rule, try to understand well. See, I have mentioned EASY, easy. It is again one syllabic word. See, the last letter is Y. Y is the consonant. Same, dry, holy, funny, happy, wealthy, clumsy. So the last letter is Y. If for any one syllabic adjective, the last letter can be found as Y, and just before you find one consonant. So while converting into comparative and superlative, Y would be I. Understood? So see, easy, EASY, so Y would be I. So easier, you have to use EREST. There is no any problem. You have to understand here, Y would be I. Okay, so while, suppose see, take dry, DRY dry, okay, but when you make comparative degree, so DR and Y would be I, and there accordingly ER or EST we have to use. So dryer would be DRIER dryer, and driest would be DRIEST, driest. Clear? So this is the rule. But there is important note that I have mentioned below. In the case of vowel plus Y, in the case of vowel plus Y, here what was the case? Consonant plus Y. But I am telling here, in the case of vowel plus Y, the Y is not changed into I. In the case of consonant, we have to convert the Y into I. But in the case of a vowel plus Y, we cannot change the Y into I. See the example, GAY. So the last letter is Y. And just before it, vowel, there is no any consonant. So that doesn't follow this particular rule. Okay, and that is the reason I have not used I here. Simply you add ER, gayer, and you add EST, so gayest. So here positive degree, and it is the comparative degree, and here it is the superlative degree. Clear? Now I'm proceeding to the next rule. See again, the fifth rule is adjectives of more than 2 syllables. So there are some words which have more than 2 syllables. Okay? Clear? Try to understand. See here, important. Important. So how many syllables can be found here? Here we can find 3 syllables. Clear? Suppose industrious. Industrious. How many syllables are there? There are 4 syllables. So that is why I have mentioned adjectives having more than 2 syllables take always more and most to make comparative and superlative degree. Try to understand it. Okay. Here another rule, adjectives ending in full. If you find any adjective that ends with full, less, ing, ed, and many other adjectives also were there like modern, like foolish, famous, certain, they also take more and most to make comparative and superlative degree. Clear? Okay. So suppose I want to make the this word modern, comparative and superlative. How to make? More modern and most modern. You cannot write that moderner and modernist. That would be wrong. Foolish, more foolish, most foolish. I have already mentioned. If you find any adjectives ending with full, less, ing, ed, and many these special adjectives like modern, foolish, certain, famous, they always take more and most while forming comparative and superlative degree. Now the 6th rule. See, I have noted here some adjectives like gentle, narrow, common, stupid, polite. These are such adjectives where you can use both of the rules. Both of the rules means either you can use er or est, or else you can use more and most to make comparative and superlative degree. Example, gentle, it can be gentler, gentlest, or else you can write more gentle and most gentle. Narrow, narrower, narrowest, or else more narrow, most narrow. Common, commoner, commonest, or more common, most common. So in this way, you can form comparative and superlative degrees for those particular adjectives, right? Okay, student, see, there are some irregular comparison can be found in English grammar as well. Irregular comparison, suppose for good and well. These are such words which are not followed by more, most and er, est. They have their special and different structural formation, right? Good or well, it would be better and best. And that is why I have written irregular comparison. These are not considered to be the regular comparison, right? See here, bad and ill, for both of the words, we cannot use better, baddest, ill or illest, more bad, most bad. No, not at all. What we have to do, we have to write worse and worse. That's very important to understand, okay? Well, little would be, if you write little or littlest or more little, most little, again it would be wrong. So your answer should be less or what? Lesser. This is the comparative degree, and if you use least, so then it would be the superlative degree. Old, older and elder, this would be the what beta? Comparative degree, and if you write oldest or eldest, it would be the superlative degree. Okay? For much and many, for both of the words, you can use more comparative degree and most superlative degree. Far, for, these are the words we can use further or furthest, and for we can use further, fur th here, and furthest fur th est. That is another case. This is not showing distance. Here far, further, furthest, that shows distance, right? But fur th here and fur th est, further, furthest, it would be moreover, right? So that is different actually. Okay. So student, this is the second last introductory lecture of adjective. Okay, we have understood their definition, their kinds, their usage, okay, how to form adjectives, and this one is the formation of comparative and superlative degrees. In the next video, I will discuss the special rules and usage of appropriate adjectives in different places. Okay, so without skipping, see all the videos and try to learn and explore your knowledge more and more. Okay, thank you, bye bye, and do subscribe my channel, don't forget it.